Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is Gary Rossignol with RE/MAX Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's rock and roll realtor. I have a longtime friend of mine. He's no stranger to this studio. His name is Pape. Say hi, Bob.
Hello. AKA Graybeard. Look at that. Wow. Whoa.
Thanks for watching this morning. Of course, we got Dan over there on the knobs.
Hey, good morning.
Without Dan, we wouldn't be on the air. And I just don't think he gets paid enough. I think his bosses should give him a raise. So why don't you write in and say, Gary Stevens, give Dan a raise. He needs one. Now watch.
I'm sure Gary would appreciate that.
Now
too.
watch. They're gonna start charging me more for my commercials, so we can pay Dan more money. We don't want that to happen. Hey, Steve Casper's watching, and Shelly Krager. We got folks jumping on already. I'm so happy and grateful for all you folks who tune in, especially those who watch the show after. I'm getting 400 to 600 viewings a week.
That's
on Facebook, and it's growing by leaps and bounds. I'm just so happy. So that encourages me to bring you more compelling information, more fun. Joel, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate that. We value you. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, like us. Like my Facebook page and watch it later. Tell more folks to tune in and watch. Write this number down, 513-563-1480. Doug Brock, you're watching. Hey, he's down in Florida. Hi, Doug. And because in just a little bit, I'm going to have a really nice trivia question. You can win a $10 gift card to Starbucks. Miles, you're going to be coming on here in just a little bit. JD's watching. Hey, my friend, thank you for last night. You are just the best. You're the best of the best, no doubt about it. And that's my friend JD Hughes. He was with Bluestone Ivory, played at the VFW Hall last night, and we had fun. Nothing but fun. We always have fun when we get together. And JD was there with us, and he was just hit of the night. So anyhow, I'm going to go and get my notes together. I'm going to plug you into the studio feed. We're about a minute from going live on the radio.
Declaration for Hawaii's Big Island amid warnings of more danger from the Kilauea volcano. ABC's Morsi Gonzalez has more from the scene.
Geologists say there have been ongoing small earthquakes, which gives them an indication that more fissures could still open. And because of that, residents who have not evacuated are being warned to be on alert because they may have to get out at a moment's notice.
Thousands have already fled their homes on the Big Island. At least 36 buildings have been destroyed. Wicked weather for Mother's Day weekend. Severe storms reported from Illinois to the East Coast, while wildfires in Texas and Arizona have prompted evacuations. President Trump unveiled his long-promised plan for lowering drug prices. Critics say he let pharmaceutical companies off the hook. He once accused them of getting away with murder. A ban on drones has been ordered above Windsor Castle for the royal wedding a week from today. This is ABC News.
I'm AccuWeather, Mike Lucini. Breezy and warm today with a mix of clouds and sunshine of a high of 87. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 67. Tomorrow, partly sunny and very warm, high 89. Monday, partly sunny with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm around. Very warm on Monday with a high of 90 degrees, not far from the record high of 91. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Mike Lucini on 1480 WDJO and now on FM at 99.5 and 107.9.
The following is a paid program. Its views and opinions are not necessarily those of this station or its management.
Good morning, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour starring Gary Rossignol of RE/MAX Preferred Group. To be part of the program, dial 513-563-1480 to get your answers to questions about your home and property. That number again, 513-563-1480. Now, here's Gary.
Hey, we got to say Happy Mother's Day to your weekend this weekend. That's tomorrow.
It is.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I really look forward to Saturday mornings because I enjoy bringing interesting thoughts on real estate, music, and life in Greater Cincinnati. Bringing you entertaining guests is my goal each week. And today I have a gentleman who is no stranger to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour. My good friend, I like to call him my friend. Got a lot of friends, but he's one of my better friends. He's a regional manager for Polaris Home Funding Corp. This is Mr. Bob Pape.
Entertaining. You put a lot of pressure on me.
Oh, my
All right,
gosh,
I'll
you
try.
get a standing
I'll
ovation.
try.
The crowds are just cheering you on.
No, Gary, it's always a pleasure to be on here with you. You do a great job.
I know. It's just having fun. It's what it's all about.
Right.
We want to thank Facebook for jumping on there. Got more and more people watching every week. The videos on Facebook, I'm glad they're popular. 400 to 600 viewings a week.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it. I absolutely love it.
People know where to find you, know, through Facebook, and they can look that up every week at their convenience. It's
I hope
nice.
so.
Yeah.
I hope they remember I'm in real estate. When they think about buying or selling, they're going to call me.
I think the label on it says it all. Rock and Roll Realtor.
There you go.
So, you're good.
So anyhow, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show today, we're going to talk a lot about Mr. Bob Pape and things that's going on in his life, and we're going to introduce to you some really interesting things in the financing business today. You're going to find it really interesting. But first, I want to help you win some money. So if you want to get a $10 gift card to Starbucks, here's the question. Wilson Pickett had a bunch of hits back in the 60s. Just name one for me. 513-563-1480. Name one of his hits, and he had a bunch of them. A couple of them obscure that were made popular by other bands that we didn't know Wilson Pickett did. I'll tell you more about that a little later on. 513-563-1480. Wilson Pickett had a bunch of hits back in the 60s. Name one for me and win. There you go. I love giving away those $10 gift cards to Starbucks.
That shouldn't be a hard question to answer. So
It shouldn't be. If you've listened to Blues on Ivory ever, we do one of their songs at every show. We hand out carnations to all the ladies in the house on that particular show. So, Rick does a good job on doing his Wilson Pickett impersonation.
Oh.
Well, we've got our own little flair with that particular song. But anyhow, it's been a while, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Too long.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going through my calendar. I'm going, I haven't had Bob on here for a while. I hope he's available and you were, and here we are.
Back in the day, Gary, I was on here a lot more often, a lot more frequently. I think the popularity of your show, there's like a lot of different guests that vie for your time every week now. Yeah. And that's got to be a good feeling too. You don't have to look for somebody to come and talk. And now you got people wanting to. Yeah,
I've got folks with Renovations One who do mold and fire and water.
Right,
right. And they're good. I had Jeremiah Cole on last week, and he was,
excellent.
Man, what a great guest. He has a nice radio voice.
Yeah.
A little sly humor. He was funny. We had a good time.
And I can tell you, going back to your first guest, they had to be extremely busy this year with all the rain that we've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine being in mold abatement right now with what happens in every house that's over 20 years old and has a basement.
Right. I got Tino Pucci coming on. He's with Mobile Radon Diagnostics, and my friend Richard Cox with Al's Heating and Cooling, and we got a full lineup. So, folks, the whole goal here is to learn you something. We want to learn you something, folks.
And you cover the whole gamut. You cover everything from the real estate, loan side, which why I'm here, all the way to, pest inspections. Everything that has to do with real estate you address,
and throw in some rock and roll music and have fun.
That's the way to do it.
So tomorrow is Mother's Day. I just want to make sure that all of you out there with your mother still living, don't just send her flowers. Go over, cook out, take her lunch, take her out to lunch, to dinner, give her a big hug. We only have one mom.
That's right. I agree with that.
And God bless my mother. Her name was Grace. They called her Gracie, but we called her Amazing Grace. She was a saint in her own right, and
she had the name befitting.
She's looking down on us right now. Mom, I love you.
Yeah.
And she was just fantastic. I look at my kids and my grandkids. I see the things that she instilled in me, and welcomed my wife Mary Jo into our family with big hugs. Scared the heck out of her. Her family wasn't huggers, but we were, But she came around, and it's amazing.
You know, growing up, I think like every single person that has a relationship with their mother, when you're growing up, you have those memories. Like I remember, like one of my earliest memories is sitting in bed at night, and every night we got a different book read to us, whether it be Dr. Seuss or The Little Engine That Could,
right.
whatever. But I remember those moments, and that's one of my earliest memories ingrained in my head.
Yeah.
You know, so you can never repay your mom. I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah.
However, you know, you can. You know, you spend time with people, and that's
all
what
they
matters.
Want. Yeah, that's all they want. Right.
Right.
So we've got all 3 kids coming over, and our grandkids, and I'm going to be cooking and just let the moms relax and enjoy. It's supposed to be nice weather out and on our patio. It's going to be fun.
So Mary Jo, this is one of the days I'm sure she really looks forward to. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and how often do you have all your kids together? I mean,
we get together quite a bit.
It's
yeah.
pretty, you know, it seems like, you know, my we're only a family of 2, but my brother and I, we have such different schedules. That
We've been getting together almost every week or every other week. Just once a month we do game night where all the grandkids and the sisters get together and we laugh and have a good time. And of course we got the high school kids concerts we've been going to, and we all go to those things. So yeah, we find plenty of time to do that.
So you're saying your grandkids have that musical gene? Where do they get that from? Huh?
I don't know. But Brianna's on her way to Eastern Kentucky State University next year, and she's minoring in music and majoring in some kind of doctor thing. She wants to be a pediatric surgeon. Whoa.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive. So I already know that she's smarter than I am.
Oh,
and that's
she's smart as a whip.
I believe it. You know, to have that type of aspiration or goal, there's no other way to do that.
Yeah. And my little Brinley, she's just a year old. How old is yours now?
She's, well, you know, Megan was born in 2005. She's going to be a teenager this year. Mm-hmm. And then we are fostering to adopt a child now. And Hera, she is just a little bit over 2 years old. She's 2 years and 4 months old, so 28 months.
They're like sponges at that age. You just show them something one time, and they just copy it.
You know, what I forgot, you know, in all those years is that how much children mimic.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be careful with your interactions with other people or how you word things because children are brutally honest.
Yes.
And that's a positive thing. So I saw you had several phone calls over there. Do we have
We've got 3 winners.
A winner already
this morning? Yeah.
Nice.
Chuck, Allie, Mustang Sally.
That's one we talked about.
And here's one that I didn't even pull up. Walking the dog. I forgot about that one. James Willem. He guessed walking the dog. Nancy Wilkie, Mustang Sally. You guys got that gift card to Starbucks.
Yeah, when you said that, Mustang Sally was the one I thought of, but when you were going through a lot of the songs, which I'm sure you're going to do in a second, that was really
Here's one
impressed.
I didn't know that he did. This was back in the early 60s, Born to Be Wild. Everybody thought Steppenwolf did Born to Be Wild. And
Steppenwolf made it
if you
famous.
go Born to Be Wild on YouTube, it's Steppenwolf all the way.
Right.
But if you look up Wilson Pickett, Born to Be Wild, boom, they got YouTube videos of him doing it before Steppenwolf did it.
Yeah, you would have never known.
And he grunge rock and rolls it out too. It's pretty awesome. Saw a neat video with Wilson Pickett and James Brown. Oh my gosh.
I'm sure there's a lot of energy in that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So you're still playing softball, right?
Yeah, if you call it that. We're
gotta stay young, man. You gotta do that.
We try. You know, most every team that we play, because we're more veterans. You know,
yeah, there you go.
I get more and more amazed at how fast they can run and how long they can run for. That's the things that happen as your athletic career comes to an end, which is where I'm at.
Yeah. 513-563-1480. Let us know. Call us and let us know what you're going to do for your mom tomorrow. Or shout out and say hi to your mom. Maybe she's listening in. Who knows? But I'm talking with Mr. Bob Pape with Polaris Home Funding Corp. And his phone number is 859-468-1929.
That's right.
That's his cell phone. He answers that phone. You dial it, and he answers. And he's got all the answers you need with financing. Now, Polaris Home Funding Corp, that's not a that's not a household word in or widely known name in banking.
We're a regional mortgage bank, and we handle every aspect of.
You don't do credit cards and savings accounts, and
IRAs, none of that. We are strictly involved in land and buildings.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, and you'd be surprised, Polaris. People don't know, but in the state of Ohio, is the number one originating USDA lender.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. Well,
so how do people find you?
Well, they most of the time, it's word of mouth.
Oh.
I don't do a lot of, paid marketing. For example, most everything I do is from customer referrals or from real estate agents such as yourself.
You've been in business as long as we have. You got enough people that know you, and you keep in touch with them, and they're going to refer you.
That's right. When I started in this business, I did not have a belly and I had hair. And and that's what this industry. It's had some really great moments, and we've had some really interesting times.
I had a client last night getting ready to walk on stage, and she calls, and I answered the phone and says, "We got a little bit of a plumbing problem. Do you have a preferred plumber?" "Sure I do."
Right.
Zen's Plumbing. Hey, I've had them out to my house several times. They advertise on the radio show and a radio studio here, and they're great. Real quick, I'd like to express my gratitude to all the troops, the veterans, and the first responders. These are the men and women who selflessly strive to keep our nation and city streets safe and free. Without those folks, we would not have the freedoms and the pleasure to enjoy life as it is here in the United States. So if you're out and about and you see a uniformed police, fire department, Army, Navy, Marine, whatever, give them the thank you sign from afar. Let them know that we thank them for all of us. And we were at the VA
VFW, Veteran of Foreign Wars. There we go.
We were at the VFW last night, and ex-Army guy was the chef, and he made this awesome chicken salad, homemade. Oh my gosh! And he had a beard down here, just a jolly guy, just a lot of neat things. Anyhow, Bob Pape, Polaris Home Funding Corp, 859-468-1929. Don't you touch that dial. When we come back, we're going to tell you how you can build new or reconstruct an older home with zero down payment. And that's correct, folks. Zero down, you can build your dream home. We're going to tell you about that. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on WDJO 99.5 FM, 107.9 FM, and 1480 AM.
The Polaris Home Funding Corp is your premier mortgage lender in Greater Cincinnati. They offer a complete line of financing options, including FHA, USDA, VA, conventional and reverse mortgage loans, plus
Hey, Krista, you're watching. You're going to be coming on the radio show here in the next, I'm going to get with you this week, and we're going to get that scheduled. Ken's watching. Tammy, hey, my sister-in-law. Phil Moracle, yes, I'm rocking it again on this Saturday. You bet, Phil. Thanks for tuning in. Kathy, hey, Kathy, good morning. How are you guys doing? Calvin, Nicholas, got a bunch of Dwight Hampton. Hey, Dwight, how you doing, my friend? Tony Innes, Timber Hill. You folks are probably Tom. Hey, Tom, how you doing? Let's see. People are saying, how do you know that we're watching? Well, I know. Facebook is an amazing product. Anyhow, stay with us. We're gonna learn you something about building your own home, your dream house, with zero down payment on this segment. So there you go. I'm going to plug you back in the studio feed.
Prescriptions quickly and accurately with low pricing every day. You can count on speedy and professional service at Save Discount Drugs. Your prescription is usually filled in 15 minutes or less. If you have high deductible insurance or no insurance at all, our everyday low prices on all medications can really help you out, including select antibiotics for just $1. That's right, $1 antibiotics. Give us a call at 859-431-2857. Call and compare. See how you will save precious time and money at Save Discount Drugs. We're located in downtown Covington, 4 doors north of the Madison Theater at 716 Madison Avenue. We have free parking behind our store and a convenient back entrance. Save Discount Drugs, proudly celebrating 35 years in business. 859-431-2857. 855-431-2857 or online at savediscounttrugs.com.
Grilling season is officially on, and so is the Thrill of the Grill event at the Home Depot, with the best prices of the season on grills, tools, and accessories, like the River Grill Cattleman Charcoal Grill and Smoker for only $99, regularly $129. Enough room for 22 burgers. You can grill with it, smoke with it, and right now, save $30 with it. Only at the Thrill of the Grill event, going on now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through June 20th while supplies last.
The 14th annual Rollin' on the River Car Show is Saturday, May 12th at the Ludlow Vets and KFC Hall in Ludlow, Kentucky. Sponsored by Bromley Christian Church. Registration starts at 10 a.m., closes at noon. Awards at 3, featuring top 10 plus 9 specialty trophies. Plenty of food, baked goods, store prizes, and plenty of classic cars. If you do just one car show this spring, this is it. Don't miss Rollin' on the River, Saturday, May 12th in Ludlow, Kentucky. For info and early registration, contact Paula at 859-431-1466. That's 859-431-1466.
Get on. Let's rock the house.
Hey, thanks everybody for staying with us. Thank you, Facebook, for tuning in, watching us this morning. I know you're going to have fun on the show this morning. We are already off to a good start. We're having a blast so far. So, anyhow, this is a segment that we've all been waiting for.
So I'm sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are dying, and my love is.
This is the moment with Miles. This is his music. The captain of our ship. Good morning, Miles.
Hey, Gary, rock and roll, my friend. Gary, as your listeners know, we are celebrating our 20th year in business. Last Saturday, we started a trivia quest of RE/MAX Preferred Group history and fun facts. We had one correct answer to last week's trivia question. The answers are mailed to Gary at GaryRossignol.com. This week's question is, RE/MAX Preferred Group's first office was located in what Cincinnati neighborhood? I will give you a hint. The center it was located in was named for a Cincinnati neighborhood, and we referred to the office as our office, also named for that prominent Cincinnati neighborhood. Although both the office and the business center were named for the neighborhood, neither one was entirely located in that neighborhood. Please name the neighborhood both were located in. Send your answer to Gary at GaryRossignol.com. Once again, this week's question is, RE/MAX Preferred Group's first office was located in what Cincinnati neighborhood? Hint, the center was located in is named for a Cincinnati neighborhood, and we referred to the office as our office in that prominent Cincinnati neighborhood. Although both the office and the business center were named for the neighborhood, neither one was entirely located in that neighborhood. Please name the neighborhood and send your answer to Gary at GaryRossignol.com. And a special happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And that's this morning's Moment with Miles.
Wow. Thanks, Miles. That's a good question. I know the answer, but I'm disqualified.
I can understand why.
Yeah, I can't figure that out either. Thanks, Miles. That's going to be fun. We're going to build this thing up and hopefully get more and more answers. And there's a for all you RE/MAX Preferred Group agents that are listening in, tell the rest of your offices to tune in because there's going to be a really nice prize at the end of this quest. And I talked to Miles about it this week, and it's going to be a nice gift. So not going to be a $10 gift card to Starbucks. It's going to be.
So you're going to announce the gift ahead of time, or are you going to wait?
No, we're going to wait.
Surprise
it's going to be a surprise at the end. Yeah,
Get it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we're going to do this right up to our Balloon Ride Fest, which is in August 25th, in cooperation with the Dragonfly Foundation. So awesome. You know about that.
Yeah,
you'll be there for that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Later on in the show, we have a short visit with Rhea Davidson. We have a lot of regular listeners, and I'm just so happy and grateful for each and every one of you. My guest next week is going to be my other good friend, is Mike McCormick, the Cincy tax coach. You know Mike?
And he's been on for years and years and years, too. He's one of your original guests, wasn't he?
You and him, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into more stuff with Mr. Bob Pape, Polaris Home Funding Corp, 859-468-1929. So your main office is in northern Kentucky, but you concentrate in the greater Cincinnati area.
That's correct.
You go into Indiana?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Indiana's
too.
been a great market for us recently. Yeah.
All right.
Cincinnati, greater Cincinnati, all the way up to really Dayton,
Now, we helped a lady. She was 83 years old, buy her very first house in her life.
Yes.
And no down payment.
That's correct.
And you told me this week, says, Gary, it hasn't really been formally announced yet, but it is going to be this week or next week.
Well, which one are you referring to?
We're talking about the no down payment construction.
That through the United States Department of Agriculture, believe it or not, in any USDA zone, they are now, it was an experimental program that was only issued to a couple lenders, but now it's being rolled out to everybody. And the brilliance of this loan is if you find a plot of land, you can literally, at the same time you're buying the land, you can close on the construction of a new house. You basically close on the loan before anybody puts a shovel in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does for builders is it's from the government, so it's a guarantee to the builders that they're getting their money once this house is built. And for us as a lender, it's really easy because we don't have to convert it to an end loan. It's already done at the beginning.
Yeah, folks who want to build a house, they don't understand the financing involved in that. You have to get your architecture stuff together and get that all paid and get everything priced out. If you have your own lot, that could be a problem with builders because they don't like building their house on somebody else's lot.
That's right. Most builders like Dries, Fisher, the biggest ones in our area,
they won't do that. Yeah,
they prefer to buy a 100-acre plat of land or more, and then do their own building. So this opens up a lot for the people that want to buy that house in the country. Where for a guy that grew up in the country, it seems like a lot of people when you retire, you want to retire where you don't have a neighbor right next door. That's a dream for a lot of people. This allows for that to happen. And if you're a small custom builder, that it could be a real detrimental effect if somebody starts the process and then backs out. It ensures them that yes, before they even break ground, they've got the money already for that house. They just have to complete it. So it's a win-win for a lot of people. And how many people go into a construction loan to an end loan with no money out of their pocket?
Right.
It's an amazing product.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Also, along with that, you have, let's say they're not going to build a new house. Let's say they want to buy an older house.
That's right.
And, it needs new appliances. It needs new carpeting. It needs a coat of paint.
Right.
It's really, it could be livable, but, it's been vacant for a while. There's a lot of people were buying some of the leftover bank-owned properties that are left over.
That's right.
The grass is about a foot tall, and
Well, as you know, Gary, and you've done a lot of these type of properties before in the past. In the city of Cincinnati, if a house goes in foreclosure and it's been vacant for any amount of time, and it's a little bit older house, like say built in the 80s or beforehand, one of the things that's almost certain to happen is the copper in the house,
it's gone,
or it would be gone.
Right.
Right. And so, we have several programs for that. Conventional programs. The one that we use the most often is what's called the FHA renovation loan, or the FHA 203K. It allows for you to do about anything to that house, which means that if you want new plumbing, you can get new plumbing. If you want new, just updated granite countertops, and it has old cabinetry, everything else, you can do anything
metal
you
cabinets.
want. Right. Yeah. You can do anything you want with the 203K. It's truly a brilliant loan, and it's become more popular over the last several years. As right now we're in a market that the sellers really have it good right now. They are getting in most areas what what the house will bring on the appraised value. You have a lot of people that want a certain amount of square footage in a house, but if they bought a turnkey ready house, it might not be affordable to them. Or if they get one of these, I guess the word is fixer-uppers.
Right.
They can buy that at less, less cents per dollar than what you could at a house that's completed, which is absolute logic, and then use the renovation to get it to the point where the other houses are and still be at a below market price.
Now, what if they want to do some of the work themselves? They want to do the painting and the carpeting themselves. They're good at doing that.
The thing with that is the logic and the scare for a lender such as myself is that the work's not completed the correct way. So what pretty much every lender out there right now requires is that a licensed or an insured person does the work. And that's just the fact that if somebody messes up a portion of the work they were supposed to do, we can go back at the insurance company and say, listen, we need this corrected. And it's a protection for us, as far as that
makes sense, right.
And what you and I had discussed just the other day was that the Veterans Administration, or VA, they now have rolled out a VA renovation loan.
Wow.
Which is also phenomenal for veterans.
Yeah.
They have, it's up to a $35,000 amount. Now, you have to keep in mind there's a little bit of caveats to that. The Veterans Administration has to improve the improvements that you're doing. They want the improvements to be stuff that's used to make a house VA approvable. They really will literally look at the improvements that you choose and say, hey, this is okay, or no, this is not, before you start the loan. But the thing with the VA loan, 100% as well. No money out of your pocket.
Wow.
You get the house you want on the renovation, which is phenomenal.
Because before, for a veteran to buy a house, the house had to comply with what the VA appraiser, like with FHA.
Yep, exactly.
It had to be move-in ready.
That's exactly
it didn't have to
the
be
case.
perfect, but it had to be. But now they can buy the fixer-upper.
They can.
And wow.
And then, also I'm going to touch on this for 10 seconds, but USDA, if you go, and I am not a USDA, I don't work for the United States Department of Agriculture, but you can actually go through them. They introduced a program for people that are 62 years of age or older that's up to a $7,000 grant that makes their home like more accessible for somebody that's aging, like for example, like a chairlift.
To stay in place.
That's what they call it. They call it stay in place, and it's you only have to live in the house 3 years, and it's a no payback loan.
Wow.
So that's directly through the United States Department of Agriculture. So if you live in a rural area, that's not necessarily what we constitute a rural area. Batavia is considered a rural area according to the MAP guideline. Basically what things looked like 20 years ago. These are phenomenal programs that are out there that most people just don't know about.
Yeah. There's some great contractors that I'd love to get one of them in here on the show and talk to them for a couple segments that specialize in staying in place for the elders.
That's right, yeah.
One of them in KBC Construction. I've been talking to Ken Bryant for quite a while. I want to get him in here. So if anybody knows Ken Bryant, let him know. Gary's reaching out. He'd like to have you on the show. We'll be right back after these words. Don't touch that dial. Stay right with us. We're going to talk about what it takes to get a mortgage in today's market. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on WDJO 99.5, 107.9, and 1480 AM.
Why rent when you can own with no money down? If you're looking to become a first-time homeowner in the Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky areas, or heck, even if you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years and are now looking to buy, you may be eligible to receive up to $15,000 in homeowners assistance towards closing costs, pre-closing expenses, or even your whole down payment. That's right, you can own your own home with no money down. Find out if you qualify. Call Gary at 513-777-2402. That's Gary at 513-777-2402.
Two musical icons, one incredible celebration. Boz Scaggs, America. The 4th of July, Rose Music Center at the Heights. Boz Scaggs. together with America. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or RoseMusicCenter.com. Come out and celebrate July 4th.
Take a step back away from the hurried life you live today and relax. Take a stroll through Covered Bridge Antique Mall. For the past 25 years, they've been the go-to shop for treasure and bargain hunters from the tri-state and beyond. Beautiful antiques, jewelry, collectibles, and one-of-a-kind items. Covered Bridge Antique Mall, a truly unique shopping experience. 7508 Hamilton Avenue in the heart of historic Mount Healthy. 513-521-5739.
The perfect way to wrap your workday is with a cruise in. The best cruise in on the west side happens every third Tuesday of the month all summer long at the Sailor Park McDonald's on Kibbe Lane at US 50. The first cruise in is Tuesday, May 15th. Bring that classic car, antique ride, truck, motorcycle, or your soon-to-be classic modern-day car to the Sailor Park McDonald's and be a part of the fun. The cruise-in starts at 5:30, conveniently located just west of Cincinnati on US 50 at Kibbe Lane. Visit the WDJO Car Show calendar for more information. 1480WDJO.com.
I'm AccuWeather, Mike Lucini. Breezy and warm today with a mix of clouds and sunshine of a high of 87. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 67. Tomorrow, partly sunny and very warm, high 89. Monday, partly sunny with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm around. Very warm on Monday with a high of 90 degrees, not far from the record high of 91. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Mike Lucini on 1480 WDJO and now on FM at 99.5 and 107.9.
Okay, let's have some fun with my music trivia. Looking back at this date in 1958, the Everly Brothers started a 4-week run at #1 in the U.S. with All I Have to Do Is Dream. It was written by the husband and wife songwriting team Felice and Boudreaux Bryant. The track was recorded in just 2 takes. That's quick. And on this day in 1963, Bob Dylan walked out of rehearsals for the Ed Sullivan TV show after being told he couldn't perform his song, Talking to John Birch Paranoid Blues, due to it mocking the U.S. military and segregation. CBS officials asked Dylan to substitute it for another song, but the singer reportedly said, "Nope, this is what I want to do. If I can't play my song, I'd rather not appear on the show." And he didn't.
Good stand.
Yeah. Morning. We know this song. On this day in 1965, the Rolling Stones recorded I Can't Get No Satisfaction at RCA Hollywood Studios. This is a little tidbit. Keith Richards had come up with the guitar riff in the middle of the night a week earlier, and it gave the band their first #1 single in the U.S. Middle of the night.
Yeah.
Here it is. On this day in 1965, Wilson Pickett recorded the soul classic In the Midnight Hour with studio musicians Steve Cropper and Al Jackson of the Stax Records house band, including bassist Donald Duck Dunn. The song was composed by Pickett and Steve Cropper at the historic Lorraine Motel in Memphis, where Martin Luther King Jr. would later be assassinated in April of 1968. And on this day in 1967, Pink Floyd appeared at the Queen Elizabeth Hall, London, giving a special concert, Games for May, Space-Age Relaxation for the Climate of Spring. This was reportedly the first show to include loudspeakers placed at the back of the hall to give a sound in the round quadraphonic effect. The sound system developed by EMI technicians was stolen after the show and not recovered for some years later.
But it was recovered.
Yeah. Love this song. On this day in 1973, Led Zeppelin started a 3-week run at #1 on the U.S. album chart with their 5th album, Houses of the Holy. The group's 3rd #1 album went on to spend 39 weeks on the U.S. chart. Houses of the Holy has now certified 11 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America for U.S. sales in excess of 11 million copies.
Ooh.
Man.
That's a lot.
And today in 1975, Jefferson Starship gave a free concert in New York Central Park in front of 60,000 fans. The band and concert sponsor, WNEW-FM, were forced to pay $14,000 for cleaning up and damage done to the park after the event. And on this day in the year 2000, thieves stole the gates to Strawberry Fields, the Merseyside landmark immortalized by the Beatles song. The 10-foot-high iron gates were later found at local scrap metal dealers in Liverpool.
Wow. People.
Yeah. We do have a birthday today. Steve Winwood's birthday. He was born on this day in 1948. He's an English musician who, with the Spencer Davis Group, had the 1966 #1 single, Keep On Running, with Traffic in 1967, the #2 single, Hole in My Shoe, Blind Faith with Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, and Rick Reach, a 1969 #1 album. Winwood played Hammond organ on the Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland album track Voodoo Chili. He also had a successful solo career with hits including While You See a Chance, Valerie, Back in the High Life Again, and during the late 80s, 2 #1 hits, Higher Love, that's this song, and Roll With It. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the fun facts about music history as I did researching it and bringing it to you this morning. My name is Gary Rossignol, and I am Cincinnati's rock and roll realtor with RE/MAX Preferred Group. And I'm called the Rock and Roll Realtor because I play with the greatest classic rock band in Cincinnati. That's Bluestone Ivory. You're going to hear us all over town this summer. Next Saturday, we're going to be at the Patriot Center in Anderson Township. That'll be probably our last indoor gig for the summer. Then we go to Bellevue, Kentucky, Assumption and Mount Healthy, Liberty Center in Liberty Township, Keener Park in Westchester, Coney Island. We'll be at the Red, White, Kaboom in Fairfield. We're going to be at Arlington Memorial and Spring Grove Cemetery. We're going to be at St. John's in Cold Springs, Kentucky, St. John's of Westchester. BluestoneIvory.com. There you can see our entire schedule for the summer. So I got with me this morning Mr. Bob Pape with Polaris Home Funding Corp. 859-468-1929. We are smack dab in the middle of what we call a seller's market. They're flying off the shelves.
Yes.
They get on the market today, tomorrow they're sold. You got to be quick if you want to buy a house. Don't give up. You can do it. Don't give up. Get a good realtor. Call me. I'll help you. We stay in touch with them, and the moment they hit the market, we let you know within moments. And you can be the first one in there and buy it. We've done that a few times here recently. That's the only way to be successful in this market.
Yep.
But is it tougher to get a mortgage than today, let's say, than 2 years ago?
It's easier. I think more people qualify for mortgages as more loan products are coming out.
Now, we're going to get wrapped up in what happened back in 2008?
It's always a concern. I don't think that on the finance side of things will ever be as easy as they were in 2005, 6, 7, which led up to 2008, 2009, 2010.
Appraisers are a lot more conservative.
And there's rules in effect now that we didn't have back then. They put a rule in effect called the Home Valuation Code of Conduct, which just means that now an independent party orders the appraisal. It's not allowed to be ordered through me, particular, through somebody I would know. So there's no risk of what they call collusion. Hey, that going on. I think the loan products themselves are still more conservative than they were back then. Back then there were a lot of no income, no asset. You didn't even have to put that on the application. I don't think that stuff is ever coming back. But we do worry with how fast houses are appreciating in value. You see it every day too.
Yeah.
That, hey, is it like a stock market? You have that big jump. Is it going to correct itself? And that is always a concern.
You can even have the seller get an appraisal. And if the appraisal comes in at $285, $295. Guess what? They want to put it on the market for $325.
Yeah.
And they're hoping to get that cash buyer that's going to pay them and not worry with a price. If that happens, so be it.
Well, in certain areas, like say, let's take Westchester. A house comes on the market in Westchester. Most times it goes into multiple bids, and the price gets bid up above what maybe the agent thinks the house is worth. And then you come back, later on down the road and say, well, but didn't appraise. Can we renegotiate?
Yeah, right.
That's another thing that's happening now that we didn't really worry about too much a
The
couple
sellers
years
are
ago.
getting pretty smarter. The sellers' agents are being very smart, too. They're wise because I heard of one, this was just about a month or so ago, in multiple offers, and the seller actually took the offer that was for asking price, not the one that was $10,000 greater than asking price.
Yeah.
Now, the buyer that was offering $10,000 greater, they got a little upset. They says, wait a minute, we were offering a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, if that buyer had put in the contract that they would make the difference up after the appraisal in cash, they would have won.
Yeah, well,
but they didn't do that.
I saw that on a contract just last week where that was actually a provision in the contract that if it appraises for less than, you cover the difference. And the buyer had to put their signature right there.
Sure, right, exactly. Yeah. That's the only way that works. Great. Call Bob Pape this week, 859-468-1929. We need to go away for our last break. When we come back, we're going to have a little visit with Rhea Davidson, one of the co-founders of the Dragonfly Foundation. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on WDJO 99.5 FM, 107.9 FM, and 1480 AM.
The house is a rockin', don't bother knocking, get a
The Polaris Home Funding Corp is your premier mortgage lender in Greater Cincinnati. They offer a complete line of financing options, including FHA, USDA, VA, conventional and reverse mortgage loans, plus 203K and conventional renovation loans. Polaris Home Funding Corp makes the loan process simple, straightforward, and fast for borrowers seeking a mortgage in the Greater Cincinnati area. They can even work with low credit scores. Call Bob Pape today at 859-468-1929 to discuss your financing options at Polaris Home Funding Corp.
Agent NMLS number 61416. Company NMLS 38072.
Braxton Brewing Company and the Mainstrasse Village Association present the 39th annual Mainstrasse Village Mayfest. Festivities start Friday, May 18th and go through Sunday with 3 entertainment stages featuring local and regional bands, German bands, traditional German dance exhibitions. Bring plenty of friends and big appetites and sample goodies from 22 fun food vendors. Kids will enjoy Kinderplatz, an all-day family-friendly area at Goebel Park. That's the 39th annual Mayfest at Mainstrasse Village, sponsored by Braxton Brewing. Visit mainstrasse.org.
A unique sound and heritage. Superb quality. Over 100 years of tradition. What, you ask? Only the best-kept secret in motorcycling. Triumph motorcycles. Did you know the new Triumph has over 30 models? We have sport bikes, cruisers, dual-purpose adventure bikes, and the iconic Bonneville that brings back all the classic looks, sound, and British heritage of your dreams. Come in and experience the unique ride and see the quality. Triumph of Cincinnati is offering incredible 0% APR financing, up to $1,500 in Triumph vouchers, and special free accessory packages on select models. Call us at 513-631-2000 for all.
Don't you all leave. We got Rhea Davidson coming on. She just called in. We're going to have a phone interview with her. Courtney, you're tuning in. Ronnie, Richard Burning, Teresa. Hey, Teresa. Bill Gabbert. Hey, Bill. Good guy. Yeah, good agent. Carrie Sutherland. Teresa. Yeah, well, I already said hi. Michael Montgomery. Hey, talking about engineers. Yeah, he's one of the best in the city. Shelley Ballou. Steve Singer. Hey, Steve. I need to call you later. I'll try and do that later on this afternoon. So we got a bunch. Oh, my daughter Stephanie. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Call Gary at 513-777-2402. That's Gary at 513-777-2402.
Get on. Let's rock the house.
Hey, we've been rocking and rolling this morning, ladies and gentlemen. My guest has been Mr. Bob Pape with Polaris Home Funding Corp. We've gone over building a house with 0 down payment, taking care of those buying that ugly, stinky house and rebuilding that with 0 down. We've talked about today's seller market, how to be a winner buyer. And, you want to get pre-approved.
Absolutely.
Call Bob this week, 859-468-1929. He can get you pre-approved. Then you are a smart buyer.
There you go.
Then you call me, and the moment that dream home comes on the market, you'll be the first to know, and we'll get into it right away. So speaking of dreams, my guest that I have on next, she makes dreams a reality for families.
Yeah.
You know, when your child gets diagnosed with a cancer or blood disease anywhere in the country or even outside the country, they're going to send them to Children's Hospital because we have the best here. But hospitals are hospitals. You know, they're empty rooms you get plugged up to a bunch of wires and tubes and stuff, and you feel lonely, and you came from afar. The parents just dropped what they could, and you get here, and it could be disastrous.
Yeah.
But what Rhea Davidson and Christine Knightsky and the Dragonfly Foundation has done the past 8 years is a miracle. They have turned the whole recovery to make it more plausible. They put smiles on the faces. They make that dream a reality, a dream of getting out of the hospital and living a proper real life. And as that happens, guess what? They come back and they continue volunteering because these ladies are such sweethearts, you can't say no to them.
Yeah. It's a tremendous organization with tremendous people.
And with that, I would like to introduce my friend, Rhea Davidson. How's that, Rhea?
Thanks so much. I love the introduction. I just love it. Makes my day.
I think those up
What a way to start
right
a
on
Saturday.
the cuff. To be honest with you, it's from the heart. It's not pre-written. It's from the heart. It's exactly the way I feel.
Oh, well, we couldn't have done a lot of what we've done without you, Gary, and without the support of WTJO and everybody and Bob. And, you know, we just need help. You know, right now, summer, everybody's going on vacations, but kids are still getting diagnosed. And if there's any way to make donations to sponsor one of our events, we would really appreciate it.
The larger you grow, the more you need. I mean, that's just the
really
basic
is,
fact in your business. Hate to say it's a business, but it's a, you know, it's what you do.
Yeah, we are in the business of helping families. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you do it so well. For those who are tuning in for the first time or haven't heard about what the Dragonfly Foundation, just give us a little 2 or 3 minute update on what you do and how you do it.
Sure. The Dragonfly Foundation helps pediatric cancer patients who are ranging in age from birth to age 40 and their families find strength, courage, and joy. And we support Cincinnati Children's, Dayton Children's, and 2 hospitals in Chicago. We do in-hospital quality of life enhancements, everything from laptops, DVDs, toys, video games, $5,000 charging stations in the Parents Lounge. We provide a new diagnosis care bag, a hair loss program. And then out of the hospital, we have a suite at U.S. Bank Arena for every event through 2019 for our families to enjoy. We also have a 6,000 square foot clubhouse for our kids. It really is a way to offer events and opportunities, and we'll take donated tickets and suites to do patient events for our families.
Wow. And for the little handful of volunteers that you have, that is a 1.5 full-time jobs.
Yeah, it really is.
It's amazing.
You don't do this because, you know, of anything other than you just can't look away.
Right.
You know, and I think that's where we are. We just can't look away. And now that we've supported all these families, what would we do? What would they do if we did go away?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that really kind of pushes us to do the events that we do. So please go to dragonfly.org and look at our event calendar. You know, and you can hear us speak today. I'm going to be at the Montgomery Women's Club luncheon at the Manor House, and then Gary, you and I are doing an event in August, and you know, with Bluestone Ivory, and we hope people will look at our event calendar when they're making up their event calendar.
The big one coming up on May the 21st is your golf classic. Have you filled all the spots?
So we have 3 individual player spots left.
You golf?
All the foursomes are taken.
I do.
We have 3 individual player spots. So we would love to
They need
have
another
a
golfer?
couple more players.
I think I found you another. think I found you a golfer.
Awesome.
There's a good possibility. Yeah.
All right.
Now,
Great. Go to dragonfly.org and to our website, and the event is on our event calendar.
will do.
Just register right there.
Yeah.
I see it right now. Gary's got it pulled up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gary.
That'd be a fun time. I'll be
Yeah.
there for the dinner. I've got my team in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna win this year.
I tell you what.
So it's a great event, and we have Tony's Steaks and Seafood bringing food, and we have Heritage Club and their food, and so we'll do like a luncheon, then golf, then dinner, and an awards banquet.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have a raffle and an auction, and so lots of good stuff happening.
It was kind of fun last year. We got there and they were redoing in the clubhouse, and so they had to set up these tents out in the yard.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of fun.
Yeah. But this year we'll be inside,
No.
and if it's 90 degrees again, it's probably a good thing.
Was a little warm.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful space.
And the
So
golf
I'm really
course there at
excited.
Heritage is just a fabulous golf course.
Yeah, it's world class. It really is, and you can't play there unless you're a member or a guest of a member. So to have our tournament there is, a real benefit to the people who support Dragonfly.
So we've got on May the 26th, you got the candy race at Sawyer Point. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's a 5K, and it also has a little dash for kids. And at the end of the race, you get tons of candy. Everybody loves it. It's down on Sawyer Point.
So you
which if
walk it
haven't
off
been-
first, and then you get to eat all the calories.
Yep. And it's just a great community. That's what people love best about the event is they go down there. Sure, the run is fun, and but it just seems like everybody's there for the reason of Dragonfly. And everybody's in a great mood and lots of enthusiasm. We've had people come in costumes, and so we encourage people, if you don't have anything to do, come on down. And you don't have to walk the whole way. You can walk just a little bit, but, walk for Dragonfly and share the community and meet us and get some bumper stickers and have a great time.
There you go. If you want to help them out right now, ladies and gentlemen, get out your smartphone and text the word WINGS15, that's WINGS 15 to 71777. That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't have it right. I thought I had WINGS15 to 71777. It's a very discreet, highly secure website where you can donate $5, $15.50, $100, $500, whatever makes you feel good about helping out this fantastic organization. Don't wait. Do it right now and help them out. If you want to go to their website, dragonfly.org, there you can figure out a way you can volunteer. If you're a golfer, sign up. They got 3 spots left for their golfing gala, and you just can't go wrong with that. So thank you very much, Rhea. We love you. I'll talk to you this week.
Love you too.
All right,
Have
you
a great,
bet.
great day, guys.
So if you have
See
a
you
real
later.
estate question or just want to know about the value of your home, call me. I'm open for business. My number is 777-2402, area code 513-777-2402. Next week, Mike McCormick, the Cincy Tax Coach, and coming up next is Dane Donovan and the Car Tech Show. And to wrap up our show today, this is a one-hit wonder by a group in the 60s called Spiral Staircase. Their one hit is called More Today Than Yesterday. This is Blues and Ivory's live recorded version of that song.
With each day comes a new way of loving you. Every time I kiss your lips, my mind starts to wonder. And if all my dreams come true, I'll be spending time with you. Oh, I love you more today than yesterday. But not as much as tomorrow.
thank you for tuning into the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour starring yours truly, Gary Rossignol. For all your real estate needs, you can reach me at 513-777-2402 or go to rockandrollrealestateagent.com. These are my regular major sponsors who make this show possible. Rakina Nee House of Wood and Lamping, the musical insurance guy, Gary Rasmussen. Okay, folks, thanks for staying with us for the whole show. Hope you enjoyed it. And, oh, Con, you were watching. Hey, how about that, my friend? See you in a little while. So that's it for the show. We're wrapping up. This video will stay on my Facebook page for the week. Well, forever, I guess, as long as they let it stay there. But yeah, thanks again.